Hi, I'm Dave Pollock from HighlineSoftware.com. Today's tutorial is about how to create and use templates using PHP. Let's go ahead and get started. Now we're going to be working on a simple website. And as you can see, each one of these pages has the same menu. You're hired to do some maintenance on this website. And you can see on page 5, there's an advertisement in the right-hand column. And the owner wants you to add that advertisement to each one of these pages. And so you start looking at the code. Here's index.php, and you can see that it's a complete self-contained page. Here's page 1. It's got all the same information in it, the menu, the copyright notice. Look at page 3. Got the same head. Now if you wanted to add that side column to each one of these pages, we'll go back to index, and so we need to add it there, save it, go to the next page, add it there, add it there. And so it's kind of a bit of a pain in the butt to do it, and we only have 6 pages here. Imagine if you had 100 pages. So there's a better way to design your website, and websites require design work. A good way to eliminate all this work and extra information on each one of these pages is to use templates. So let's go back. We're back on index.php. We manually added the column. So let's take index.php and save it as template.php. Now some of this data is going to be specific for each of the web pages, such as the title. We need our PHP tag and print title. We have a subheader. Subtitle. And our content is going to vary. Now in a real world application, you're going to have a lot more data that's going to vary between the different pages. You're going to have more metadata and probably columns, things like that. And so you could do each one of those the same way, change them to the variables. And so we have our basic template. And let's go back to our index file. And now we can get rid of all the things that are in the template. Get our PHP tag. Now our title is going to be universities. Subtitle is going to be info about universities. And then we have our content here. Now you can do the content in a variety of ways. You put it in quotes. We don't need any of the rest of this information. And then finally, we need to include our template. Now, those variables in the template, title, subtitle, and content right here, these are going to be populated by these variables here, because the template will have access to those variables. They're in the same namespace. And we can refresh our page, and as you can see, we got the new subtitle here, and also at the top you can see the title that we set. And you can see how much easier it is to create web pages that contain a lot of duplicate information. This is index.php, and compare that to page 1 right here, and you can see that there's a lot more information, and these are only simple web pages. Now there are several ways to get the HTML into the content variable. This is one way, by quoting the information, which is fine for small amounts of HTML. There's some better ways to get larger amounts of HTML into the content variable. One is using the HereDoc syntax, which is commonly used in Unix shell scripting. The way that works is an equal sign and 3 less than signs, and then a delimiter. EOT is a common delimiter to use. It stands for end of text. And then you can have your HTML there, and then a closing delimiter. Get rid of that. Get rid of that at the end. And we're going to get an error because, well, let me show you. See, the closing delimiter needs to be left justified. And that gets rid of the error. Another way to capture HTML into a variable is to use the output buffer, OB start, to start the capture. Then you need to get back into HTML mode. And then here's where we put it into the content variable. Oh, we need to do that. Content equals OB. I like to use OB get clean. With OB get clean, it gets the output buffer, and it also cleans the buffer. And so this should give us the same thing, same page. And so that's briefly how to use templates. And it saves a lot of work, and it makes maintenance a lot easier. I hope you got something useful out of this tutorial, and I'll see you next time.